Creatures of the night. Welcome to the Graveyard Game Podcast. If you're listening to this, there's a good chance you heard the music. You've seen me before. Or maybe you've been following the story for a while. Either way, I figured it was finally time to sit down and tell my side of things. A lot of people know the name Lord Zero. Over the next few episodes, I'm going to talk about where I came from, how I got into music, the crazy stories of being on the road, touring, everything in between. Crazy stories, haters, the whole 9 yards. If you fuck with Lord Zero, then you already know what you about to get yourself into. Before the Lord of Florida, there was just Darian. I was born and raised out in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Growing up in Virginia Beach was pretty crazy. In and out alternative school, bad as fuck, didn't give a fuck, rebel since birth. I played high school football at First Colonial High School in Virginia Beach, Virginia. The school was never that good and we just fucking sucked. I never got the opportunity to play college football. I had the idea, I never got around to it. While I was in college, I was studying psychology. I was making straight fucking A's. And I actually wanted to be a psychologist at one point. I started getting into the local music scene in Virginia and discovered Steve's Promo. And with Steve's Promo, I discovered EDM events, that I could get into these events for free. And then by promoting, I started going to dubstep shows. I was going to shows at Peabody, Shaka's, The Box before they turned it into a fucking police station. Shout out to DMP, the realest motherfuckers in Virginia Beach. You had to be there during the rise of dub in the underground with DMP and sound system culture. Them boys put on for the state. Them boys do not get enough credit. Shout out to DMP, Daniel, Like Magic, Nick. Shout out to them dudes. They were putting on the craziest underground shows. I was a promoter for them. I was a promoter for Steve's Promo. I was doing both. I was still in college making straight A's. I didn't even want to be a DJ yet. So after getting into the scene, being in it, and a promoter and whatnot for a long while, I wanted to be a DJ, and I came up with this idea while I was in college of a persona for a DJ, direction for Lord Zero that I wanted to go and the look in the whole 9 yards while I was in college. I went behind the scenes with the promoters and learned how to put shows together, how shows work, promoting. Eventually, when I wanted to start it, I knew a lot of DJs, Virginia Beach scene, from promoting. So one of the DJs, shout out to Black Shock, even though you were hating ass bitch. Shout out to him, he gave me my first board. I used that board to death until that shit was on its last dying days. That shit lasted me a good couple years. Where the name Lord Zero comes from. The fucking name comes from one of my favorite bands called Ghost, and they have a song called Year Zero. The song talks about Satan's rise. I started off by the name of Year Zero, and then one day I had ops talking shit in Jacksonville, Florida, and I told that op, bitch. Everybody in the local scene was like, yo, Year Zero, you should totally adopt the name Lord Zero and go by Lord Zero. That's so much harder and whatnot, and you could play off that way more than Year Zero. And so I adopted the name Lord Zero. Started DJing. COVID hit. And so I never really got to play no shows or anything during the COVID time. During COVID, I didn't even start DJing yet. I always practiced making mixes in my room. Struggling with fucking college math. This shit was crazy. I decided I wanted to move to Florida. And getting all the advice from all the DJs and everybody that I knew in the time in Virginia Beach, I took everything I learned and came up with a style during COVID and came up with an identity for Year Zero and the whole branding and the whole 9 yards behind the project. And I was like, you know what, I could start in my hometown, but I've been here my whole life and I kind of want to like do something different. Like, yeah, I could start off at Peabody's, I could probably play there, have the whole town support and whatnot, but I could also go somewhere where nobody would know who the fuck I am for this, and people I didn't grow up around my whole life, and was like, you know what, we could start Lord Zero somewhere brand new and nobody would know. Start the lore fresh instead of people knowing the man behind the mask. After COVID happened, me and my family decided that we wanted to move from Virginia Beach to Jacksonville, Florida. My aunt, who's a Master Chief in the Navy, was stationed down in Jacksonville, Florida. So we moved down to Jacksonville, Florida then, after COVID was over. And I was like, okay, we're gonna plant Lord Zero in the Jacksonville scene. We're gonna use everything we know about Jacksonville, and we're gonna get out here in the local music scene, and we're gonna start off here with Year Zero, and we're about to see what all we can get into. When I look back on all this shit, how I went from a college student making straight A's, was gonna be a psychologist, to becoming the Lord of Jacksonville, the Lord of Florida. Bitch, I am the fucking Lord. When I look back at it, it's crazy how different everything turned out from what I originally had planned. I totally didn't expect the 180 turning into a DJ. I never thought I would become a DJ. Becoming a rock star. And honestly, I never expected to get to where it's at now. But here we are. Yo, I just want to thank everybody who fucking fucks with the fucking Lord. Praise be to the fucking Lord of Florida, the Lord of Jacksonville, the Lord of the United States. Bitch, I should run for fucking president. That's going to do it for episode 1. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about how I ended up in Florida, how the music career started taking off, and all the drama that happened down up in Jacksonville scenes, and a lot of stories that y'all never heard about in Jacksonville. We about to uncover the dirt of Gotham City. If you know the Jacksonville lore, then you know the Lord has a lot of stories from the underground in Gotham City. I want to thank all y'all motherfuckers for listening to the first episode of the Graveyard Gang podcast. I am the Lord of Jacksonville, the Lord of Florida, Lord Zero. And this is only the beginning. Thank y'all for tuning in.